I'm Ian Jones, one of the directors of Backhouse Jones. We are a law firm specialising in commercial road transport. To qualify as one of our clients, you have to have wheels with a diameter of 3 feet or more. Although our business was impacted by COVID, it was nowhere near as dramatic as the impact on our clients, bus, coach and haulage businesses. Our firm had to pivot from having 25 lawyers attending courts across the UK to each lawyer working from home. We had to act with speed and provide an effective platform to deliver COVID advice. My co-director Jonathan Backhouse provided leadership and innovation. On 23rd March, our COVID webinar was born, delivering a free weekly webinar, and 14 weeks later the project is still in full flight. The objective was twofold: to disseminate government guidance and force the pace of digital technology to interact with an entire industry virtually. He and his team scrutinised legislation and made it transport relevant. Jonathan and his team treated this disaster as an imposter and turned it into a triumph. Don't take my word for it, listen to what our clients have to say.
Stanley Travel have been a client of Backhouse Jones law firm since 2015. During this time we have called upon their diverse range of expert services, including regulatory, human resource, corporate and commercial, as well as subscribing to their well-regarded backup product. When the pandemic hit the country towards the end of March, our family bus and coach business came to a screeching halt due to the dramatic downturn in business. Us, like many other businesses within our sector, looked for support and direction, and it was difficult to determine from all the information coming through the media what was relevant to us as a business and what to do next. This is where, in my eyes, Backhouse Jones came to the fore. They raised their head above the parapet, and like many other professional services we ordinarily rely on, and within days they launched a website-based COVID-19 resource hub that operators could access for free. Not long afterwards they brought their COVID-19 specific free weekly webinars. After around 17 weeks of providing the Friday lunchtime must listen, they built up a reputation of a no-nonsense, super concise, clear delivery of all matters that were the hot topics of the week. Without this service, I would genuinely and sincerely say I would have struggled to personally cope and adapt my business to these changing circumstances. They brought clarity, direction and often humour to very challenging times, to which I and many others will be eternally grateful.
I'm Richard Bamber. I'm the managing partner of Stanley Travel at Runcorn, and I've been a customer at Backhouse Jones for over 7 years. When it came to selecting the solicitors for our company, it was important that we could use the services of somebody that we could really trust, somebody that was also an expert in our field of operation. What really impressed us about Backhouse Jones was their originality, their uniqueness in how they supported their clients, be it their interactive training days, their Backchat magazine, or their subscription backup service. By the end of March 2020, my business had been well and truly hit by the COVID-19 crisis, with over 70% of my work being cancelled. Each day the government would come out with more and more information, be it about furlough, SSP schemes, government loans, grants and other initiatives. However, I was trying to run my business and at the same time trying to find out all the information, what I could off the government, and that was an impossible task. What information that we did find, it was often confusing, very sketchy and extremely hard to decipher. Within a week, Backhouse Jones launched their first free webinar. It gave me all the information that I needed regarding furlough and whatever else was relevant to my transport sector. Over the past few weeks, these webinars have been invaluable to Stanley Travel. Each webinar would explain the government support packages for businesses in very simple terms, making it very, very easy for me to understand and have confidence that I could get on with the running of my business day to day, and Backhouse Jones would give me all the information that I required at the end of each week. I'm extremely grateful to Backhouse Jones, not just for the support that they gave my company, but for the support they've shown for the coach industry. At a difficult time for all businesses, they did not back away from their customers. In fact, they backed us up all the way. Many thanks to Backhouse Jones and all the team that put together the fantastic webinars. I'm very, very grateful.